Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the West Coast. They have these most remarkably beautiful, long, white beaches. You could kind of walk for forever, just enjoying the outdoors, taking your dog for a walk. Just a most beautiful, spectacular place. But we're talking about Exodus chapter 3 and the intervention that God had in Moses' life when he had to say to Moses, Moses, I need somebody to stand in the gap. Moses had come through his time of preparation in solitude, out there in the silence and in the secrecy of the wilderness. But his day came when God said to him, Moses, it's all been for a purpose. Now I need you to stand in the gap. And God said to Moses, this is what the gap looks like. I have seen the dilemma of the nation of Israel. I have heard their cry, and I am thirdly deeply concerned about all of this. And so now God says to Moses, I have come down. I have come down. You read this in verse 8 of chapter 3. I have come down now, Moses. I've seen, I have heard, I am concerned, and now I have come down. Isn't that a beautiful picture of the heart of God? It doesn't send an angel. If it would have been me, I would have said, well, I'm pretty comfortable in heaven, being here for a long time, sitting, being worshipped by angels and watching what's going on and creating beautiful things in the universe and around the place. But God doesn't do that. He didn't send an angel. He says, I, God, Jehovah, have come down. I have seen, I have heard, and I am concerned. The incredible nature of the condescending ability of God to come down and to meet man at the point of his particular need. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is we're coming up to Christmas. Isn't this another beautiful picture of God coming down? Jesus coming from the beauty of heaven. Jesus coming from in the presence of his Father and the wonder of the unity of the Trinity, leaving everything that had been accustomed to for time and eternity gone by, and he came down to us to celebrate and to this beautiful, not even celebrate from his point of view, but to come down so we could celebrate the beauty of sins forgiven as we see this at Christmas. It's always amazing when you see on the news or on TV how beautiful it is when royalty come down and you see the king or the queen going to be in a school, and we think, wow, that is so cool that the king or the queen would leave her throne and go visit the school. We make a big deal of world leaders coming and spending time in war-torn areas, talking to the troops, and we think, wow, he's left his throne, he's left his particular place, his seat of power, to come and to spend time with mere man and woman. Wow, we always look greatly at that. I think it's a sign of greatness when leaders are able to do that with a real intention and meaningful purpose. But how much greater is it, people, that God comes down? And with Moses, he came down and he said, I've seen, I've heard, and now I have come down to sort this mess out. And it's beautiful that God passes the baton to Moses and he says, Moses, here it is. Here's the gap. I have seen it, I've heard it, I'm concerned about it. Now I need you to help me to intervene in this. The application for us is beautiful because it makes us feel incredibly valued, doesn't it? To say God valued us so much that he came down. If I was God, I would have just snuffed us all out and started again. God didn't do that. He came down to help sort out our dilemma. It's beautiful. And the application for us today, we'll talk about the implication tomorrow, but the application today is simply that God values you that much that he would come down to be a part of the mess of this world so that we can be blessed. Think about that today. Simple thought, but a profound one. Cheers, guys. Bye now.